Alright guys, so I want to show you how to tie your laces with this newer style of a lacing system, if you will. Alright, you're only going to need 3 things in addition to what they send you. Now what they're going to send you is these metal locking portions. It'll lock your laces in place. These little plastic tips or terminates the ends. They have little teeth inside here. Take note that you can put these in either way, but if you put them in the wrong way, they're going to have a little bit of a lip. It's not going to be smooth and flush. So make sure that you put it into the proper end when you get ready to put these together. We'll take a look at that a little later in the video. It'll have a very flush, smooth feel if you've got it in the right way, and it'll have a little bit of a lip, a little overhang if it's in the wrong way. And it has little teeth on it on the inside in between, and that's where your lace is going to go, and it's going to grip. So we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Alright, so the 3 things you're going to need is your favorite pair of tennis shoes, a cigarette lighter, and a pair of scissors. And I suggest adult supervision in the event that either of these are something you shouldn't be using depending upon your age. Okay, so of course we have our traditional laced up, just standard setup, little tied area. So what we need to do first is get rid of this lace. And then what we want to do is we want to get the laces that came with it, and we need to just determine whether we need the longer or the shorter. So we just kind of match these up. Alright, so that's relatively close to the same size as the old lace. So that's going to be what we're going to use. Then of course it's just a matter of relacing the shoe in whatever style you want to lace it in. Now you have an option where you could lace this in. I'm not going to do it fully, but I'm going to give you just a quick idea of what I'm talking about. I could push this in just like that, and then I could add this here on the shoe and pull it up against the inside and lock it into place. And then I could come across like this, and then I could run this up and over and up and over and create a pattern where it just goes straight across. That's not what I'm after with this particular pair of shoes, so I'm not going to do that. But you could do it like that, and then when you get to the other end, the same way you did here, you would just put the lace through the top portion. You would attach this, have it snugged up against the inside, and it would be flush. You would never really notice it, and you would have that straight across pattern. So I may do that at another time, but for now we're just going to lace this up in the traditional crisscross pattern. I just wanted to give you that information. Alright, so I'm going to do this, and we'll do this fast. Alright, so now that that is completed, you have the option, of course, to either go over and down, or you can go from the underside out. If you wanted to leave these kind of just coming out and hanging down, you could do so. You can always change it later if you wanted to also. But I prefer to have these going in, so that's how this is going to look, just so you're aware. Alright, so you should wear these for a day or two at least to get used to it. At the very least, you should wear them for the entire day. Kind of determine what you want this to be in terms of tight and how much extra adjustability you want. I kind of have an idea already of where I want to be with this, and as you can see, the elasticity of these laces allow for a lot of room to work with. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to determine, we're not going to cut it yet, but we're going to determine about where we want to cut this, get an idea, and keep that, like I said, keep that in mind. But what we're actually going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to get this little piece here, and again, pay attention to the fact there's a hole in the middle, a hole on the outside with a grippy surface, and then there's a slotted grooved side over here. Okay, so all we do is we grab our lace, we insert it through the center, and you slide that down. Now normally the way you do this is slide it all the way up against the back side of the shoe. I'm going to hold off on doing that for right now because I want you to be able to see this better. So we're going to slide that down. We're going to stop right there, and then we're going to go into the next hole close to the grip surface side, and we're just going to slide that all the way through till it looks just like that. And again, that would normally be against the shoe, but in this case, this is where we're going to do it. All right, so once you've got it like that, all you do is you grab it, you tuck it over or wrap it around the grippy surface side, and because this is elastic, if you pull this, it will narrow it and it'll make it a lot easier, and it just pops right in to that grooved area. All right, so if we grab this and pull, it pops right into place, so you can see, and that's pretty much it. It's locked into place, and if you wanted to, you could stop right there. You could cut this whatever length you wanted, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and use these end pieces, but that's totally up to you how you want to proceed. Okay, so once that is all through, what we want to do then is we want to grab our little plastic piece with this little tip here, and we want to double check our orientation again to make sure that we know which side is going to be the flush side. All right, the flush side is going to be the end closest to the end of your lace. So what you want to do at this point is grab this and insert the lace into and through, so this can slide freely just like that. And we'll slide it all the way down. Now this is the time when the adult supervision comes into play if you're underage and shouldn't be handling sharp objects or fire. So we're going to determine how much length we want. Leave a little extra. You can always go back and trim this later or make any adjustments that you need to. So leave a couple of inches. We'll grab our scissors. We make our cut. Then we take our lighter. We want to lightly singe this. We don't want to burn it, excessively or anything. So that should be good to go. All right. So what that does is that locks those edges so it doesn't fray, doesn't come apart too easily. All right. So the last thing we need to do is we grab this, and again, it has these little grippy teeth. So we want to kind of pop that apart a little bit, whatever way you determine is best for you. We'll grab our lace and we'll place that inside, in between, to the best of our ability as far as we can get it in there. It has several teeth in there to grip, so it won't be a major issue if you can't get it as far as you think you might need to. Just do your best. Try to get it locked in there as best you can. Kind of get it centered up as much as you possibly can. And then you just squeeze that, you flatten that out, and you hold that flat as you slide this portion, and as you squeeze, you insert it, push down, Once you've done that, your end is now secured. You're not going to have, this is not going to come off, and your lace is not going to move. All right. So again, I left this loose. You're going to want that snugged up. So you can always go back and just as easily make adjustments, tighten this up. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to push it up against the shoe like that. Pull that tight, loop back over against that grippy surface side again, and then pull, pop it in, and we are done. So that's it. You do that for the other side and you've completed the entire process. Okay, so it's as easy as that. Alright, well, I hope you found that helpful. Hope that explains how these work, and I hope you were able to see well enough to be able to do this yourself with ease. Okay, thank you for watching.